Jeep just changed its truck in ways that will shock anyone who's been following its development. So make sure to stay with us and find out 6 key differences between the old and the new 2026 Jeep Gladiator explained in detail. Number 6. Styling updates. The 2026 model year is bringing visual refinements that sharpen the Gladiator's presence without abandoning its proven design formula. The most practical change involves a completely redesigned door hinge system that eliminates the need for tools when removing doors. Previous owners spent valuable time wrestling with tools just to achieve that open-air experience, but this new system addresses that frustration directly. A simple release mechanism now allows door removal in seconds. Color options are getting a refresh that adds both sophistication and personality. Goldilocks Metallic is joining the palette, offering a premium metallic finish that positions the Gladiator as more upscale. The return of Rain Purple satisfies enthusiast demand for distinctive options that stand out in parking lots. Additional colors, including Firecracker Red, Hydro Blue, and Snazberry, are appearing across dealer inventories. Inside the cabin, the 12.3-inch Uconnect 5 touchscreen continues to be one of the largest infotainment screens in the midsize pickup segment. The system delivers wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto integration, plus integrated off-road trail guides covering all 68 Jeep Badge of Honor trails. These visual changes look promising, but they mean nothing if the powertrain underneath can't deliver the performance buyers actually want, which brings us to the next major update. Number 5. V8 finally coming. Here's where things get serious. Jeep CEO Bob Bruderdorf officially confirmed what enthusiasts have been demanding for years. The 6.4-liter Hemi V8 is coming to the Gladiator lineup. This isn't speculation anymore, it's happening. This 392 V8 will produce 485 horsepower and 480 pound-feet of torque, delivering 200 more horses than the current V6 offers. That's not a minor upgrade, it's a complete transformation. The engine already powers the Wrangler Rubicon 392, proving its durability in off-road conditions, but installing it in the Gladiator creates something unprecedented. The only midsize pickup truck with a V8 option in the current market. Ford doesn't offer one. Toyota doesn't offer one. Chevy and GMC abandoned V8s in their midsize trucks years ago. This creates an interesting dilemma for potential buyers. The current 3.6-liter Pentastar V6, producing 285 horsepower and 260 pound-feet of torque, represents proven reliability, but it's about to be overshadowed by a powertrain that delivers nearly double the output. Towing capacity currently maxes out at 7,700 pounds with the max tow package, while payload reaches 1,725 pounds on Sport S models. That V8 power sounds incredible, but all the horsepower in the world doesn't matter if the rest of the truck doesn't justify the price, which is exactly what Jeep is addressing with the next change. Number 4. Standard equipment refinements. The 2026 model year brings meaningful improvements to standard equipment across the lineup. The 8-speed automatic transmission is now standard on every trim level, eliminating the manual transmission option that was already discontinued last year. The automatic delivers better fuel economy and smoother off-road performance in technical terrain. Power locks and power windows are now standard on the base sport trim, addressing criticism that the entry-level model felt too bare bones for its price point. These convenience features were previously optional, forcing budget-conscious buyers to choose between saving money and having basic amenities. The change makes the starting price point more justifiable compared to competitors. The 12.3-inch touchscreen maintains its position as one of the segment's largest displays on higher trims. Wireless charging capability remains available along with the highest number of USB charging ports in the class. Off-road equipment continues to separate the Gladiator from conventional pickups. The TrailCam off-road camera system, trail-rated and desert-rated certifications, and 31.5-inch water fording capability maintain the truck's position as the most capable off-road pickup in its segment. These equipment improvements make the truck more competitive, but they're completely irrelevant if the price puts it out of reach for your market, which is exactly what's changing for Canadian buyers. Number 3. Price gets down in Canada. Canadian buyers are getting the most dramatic change of the 2026 model year. Price reductions up to 11,400 Canadian dollars across multiple trim levels. This represents the most significant pricing adjustment Jeep has implemented in years, fundamentally altering the Gladiator's competitive position in the Canadian market. The Sport S trim now begins at 49,995, dropping from 63,190 in the last year. That's not a small discount. It's a complete repositioning that makes the Gladiator accessible to buyers who previously obviously couldn't justify the premium over alternatives like the Ford Ranger or Toyota Tacoma. The Willys trim drops to Canadian $44,995, while both Mojave and Rubicon variants are now positioned at $64,995. These changes reflect market realities Jeep couldn't ignore. Sales dropped from a peak of 98,712 units in 2021 to just 42,125 in 2024, a decline that clearly indicated pricing was limiting market acceptance. However, this aggressive pricing strategy applies only to Canada. US pricing remains largely unchanged, starting around $40,000, suggesting Jeep views the Canadian market as requiring more competitive positioning. Lower prices make the truck more accessible, but that value means nothing if the safety systems can't protect you and your family, which is where the next difference comes in. Number 2. Safety. The Gladiator's safety equipment continues strong across all 2026 models. Adaptive cruise control with full stop capability manages highway driving, automatically adjusting speed to maintain safe following distances. Blind spot monitoring with rear cross path detection alerts drivers to vehicles in adjacent lanes and warns of approaching traffic when reversing. Forward collision warning with active braking monitors the road ahead, providing alerts when potential impacts are detected. Still, keep in mind that the open-air design with removable doors and roof panels presents inherent trade-offs in crash protection. When doors and roof are removed, traditional side impact and rollover protection systems can't function as they would in a conventional enclosed vehicle. Many safety systems remain optional rather than standard equipment, particularly on lower trim levels. These safety features provide decent protection, but they pale in comparison to what buyers were supposed to get with the most important change of all, one that Jeep just canceled. Number 1. Plug-in hybrid canceled. Here's the change that matters most. The Gladiator 4xe plug-in hybrid has been canceled. This decision eliminates what was supposed to be the most significant upgrade in the truck's history, representing a complete reversal of the electrification strategy announced by former Jeep CEO Antonio Filosa. The canceled variant would have transformed the Gladiator's capabilities dramatically. A 2.0-liter turbocharged Hurricane R4 engine paired with electric motors was designed to produce a combined 375 horsepower and 470 pound-feet of torque. That represents a 90 horsepower and 210 pound-feet increase over the current V6, a performance jump that would have made the 4xe the second most powerful Gladiator, second to the new V8 only. The system would have utilized ZF's advanced 8 HP 80 PH transmission with a 215 horsepower electric motor, nearly double the output of current hybrid systems in other Stellantis vehicles. The electrified powertrain promised up to 31 miles of electric-only range with the capability to reach 74.5 miles per hour on electric power alone. For off-road enthusiasts, the instant torque delivery would have been transformative for rock crawling and technical terrain. Silent electric operation would have enabled quiet backcountry exploration without disturbing wildlife, a unique benefit no competitor offers. The cancellation came as part of Stellantis' broader retreat from aggressive electrification plans, following similar decisions to cancel the Ram 1500 REV electric pickup. Internal memos cited reassessing product strategy amid evolving customer preferences. But the real message is clear: the company is stepping back from hybrid and electric investments in the pickup truck segment. For buyers, this means missing out on substantially improved performance, better fuel economy, and enhanced low-speed off-road capability that only electric motors can provide. 4xe would have positioned the Gladiator as both the most powerful and most efficient variant ever produced. Instead, the lineup continues with the conventional V6 while waiting for the traditional V8 option to arrive, a strategy that prioritizes horsepower over efficiency. This decision leaves Jeep without an electrified option in the increasingly competitive midsize pickup segment, but guess what? That's what customers want. The 2026 Gladiator represents a strategic shift toward traditional performance, with the confirmed V8 arriving later while delivering immediate value improvements through refined standard equipment and significant Canadian price reductions. Your decision centers on timing. Current buyers get the proven V6 with better equipment, while those willing to wait will eventually access 485 horsepower from the only V8 option in the midsize pickup segment. The Gladiator maintains its unique position as the segment's only convertible truck with serious off-road credentials, regardless of which powertrain you choose. But if you still can't get over the fact that the Gladiator hybrid is not going to happen, then make sure to check out our review of the 2026 Toyota Tacoma and the reasons why owners will never sell it. If you think hybrids are there just for efficiency, Tacoma's electrified setup will prove you wrong. It's now just a super efficient system, but also a powertrain that offers class-leading torque and powers some of the most distinctive off-road versions on the midsize market.